Bam. All right, folks. Good morning. Rise and shine. Uh, Beautiful fallish kind of day out there. Uh, First, thank you for subscribing. New subscribers, go back if you're new here. I got a small channel, but we're the biggest small channel. Oh, getting old. Oh, bursitis. All right. A little immature sometimes, but we can get through that, okay? Nobody's perfect. Maui, everybody's aware now about the fires in Maui and everything else. And how do you unpack it and sort it and what's real and good versus evil? Now, this guy that I'm gonna play, he's got a channel, Hawaiian Real Estate. Watch this video and just don't go run there, all right? Help build me up. 19 more for 500. So come on. Come on. You know, they have the analytics and and everything. And I don't mean to I do mean to go off topic. I do mean to go off topic. Hit the like, share. I don't go come on here and bag and everything else. And if you do enjoy the content, and you're just not a taker living in your mother's basement, having mommy make your supper and do your laundry, do you have the ability? Forgive me to. And I do provide some value, entertainment, information, or anything. Hit it, you fucking retards. There goes this video. I just ruined another video. Forgive me, Jesus. It ain't easy being me. All right, let's get back. This guy, so he's there on the ground in Hawaii. This channel guy. He's 65 years old, very knowledgeable on things, and he's got his finger on the pulse in Hawaii. And we're gonna recap a couple of things where he starts. I'm gonna put the phone here because I don't know the tricks of doing the video stuff and all that. If I had a tech person and a co-host that was a woman, maybe like Marilyn Monroe, but I need a lady with some intellect, but God bless Marilyn Monroe. A rising young star, female, that is like in college for communications. She's smart and looks good to the eye, but not to be shallow, but that's entertainment, okay? Some of you people out there just look at some tits and ass and don't care what they're talking about. Those videos get 8 million views. They could be talking about Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and you'd be sitting there drooling. Ooh, look at that ass. Look at that them tits. I got nothing against tits and that TNA. All right, forgive me. I've already shit on this video. Okay. There was 3,100 children enrolled in the schools in Lahaina and these districts. When they came back to the count for the children to come back into the schools, there was like 600. These children were trapped. So that's like 2,400 children. I mean, just to look, quick numbers. What is going on? People were trying to leave. The police had roadblocks. They were trying to just keep them in that fire zone. What's going on here? Many witnesses that were there. So who gave the orders? Who gave the orders? Who is the chain of command that actually? Well, I guess that the police chief is the same chief from Vegas when the Vegas had that shooting incident or something. What's going on here? I said this stuff a long time ago that this stuff would be happening that would be unbelievable. And forget you nitwit imbeciles that say, "Oh, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory." These are facts. Facts. I got a fat bottom lip from an accident, so that's why sometimes I have a speech impediment. So forgive me. I can still get my point across the best I can. Thank you for hanging out with me. These are facts. Oh, Jesus, it's a conspiracy theory. It's facts. It's facts. You know, there's a fact here, there's a fact here, there's a fact here, there's a fact here. Connect the dots. If some of these Americans or any Joe Blow are capable of doing, let's listen to this guy from 17 Minutes on. This guy called Hawaiian Real Estate, and he's there. He's there. He's 65 years old, intelligent guy. Let's check him out.
Okay, back to the business meeting. There could be a few notes on here I want to share. Okay, first of all, I spoke with KITV. I spoke with reporters from New York. I've been on radio shows. Here's what we've concluded. You could call it the perfect crime. Whether it's a crime or not, I don't know, but it could be called the perfect crime. Why? Because we have a series of events that are improbable that they all happened at the same time. So the probability of it being a crime is pretty good.
What she's saying is we have a series of events that's highly unlikely, highly improbable to all occur at the same time. Statistics, probability, or common sense.
Yeah. We have the emergency management director was off island. The fire chief was off island. The the governor was also off island.
The emergency response guy off the island. The governor was off the island. The commander or whatever. All the important people, emergency response off island. Okay. Did you designate a deputy or somebody under you to take over when you leave your job? When you leave your job, do you have someone fill in for you? Let's go.
3 people are off island. The EMS official resigned. Did he ever talk about, since he was out of jurisdiction, who was the second in charge, the deputy that should have been making the call on the sirens, right? Last time I checked,
the EMS official resigned. He says, bye-bye, I'm going. See you later. The island, which hurricanes and volcanoes come through, is just sitting vulnerable. Bye-bye. You didn't appoint someone to fill in?
People call me that are in this business. They go, hey, if an emergency management director leaves his post, he leaves his jurisdiction, he needs to assign a deputy. Who's the deputy? Is the government going to retract the statements that we don't regret signing the siren, that the siren is about going uphill for tsunamis? That is not true. Are they going to retract those?
The government officials there came right out and said, we don't apologize for not sounding the sirens because those are only used for going uphill in a tsunami. For any crisis.
Statements and start to build a bridge of trust and communication. I don't think so. Right? I've lost hope that the government's going to do anything right at this point in time. Here's the more components of that perfect crime. That morning, no power. But I have scientists that have sent me power pulses. The power system pulsed. There was no power at 4:30 a.m., but it did pulse, according to these scientists. There was no water.
Let's take that. All of a sudden, there's no power. That's what they're claiming. No power. But there's a system in place where you could see a power pulse from any geographical location, scientifically, technology, and everything else, that you could see that at that area has a power. It's active. Somebody turned it off. Let's continue.
There was no water in the home of Bethany. There was no water in the home. We all know we lose power, but that doesn't necessarily affect the water. There's water pressure. that's not tied into the electrical system. There was no water. The perfect crime. Number three.
No water. You don't need power for water. It's water pressure. So leave everybody in the dark. No water to put the fires out. Coincidence? All right. Remember, I got swampland for you. If you believe that stuff, I got swampland. Let's continue, my good friends.
No cell phone coverage that morning, that day. There was no cell phone coverage. No one could communicate. A text message alarm. We still receive text messages, but no text message alert was sent out. No sirens were.
So you know how they have Amber Alerts as things come on your phone, emergency text messages that automatically come on your phone. Be aware of this, or you're instructed to do this or that, according to whatever is the crisis. So they didn't.
Created. We're sent out. No sirens, no text message, not a single text message since this has occurred. Here we are, 14, 15 days later. No cell phone coverage, no internet.
2 weeks later, they're still not providing any type of direction for the people that are there. 2 weeks later, report to this safe area. You could get food and resources here, medical personnel, or any type of assistance that you might need. 2 weeks later.
Still no text messages like, hey, this is the address to go to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They're not sending any text messages, but text messages have worked, receiving through this entire crisis. This is the perfect crime. There was no exits. On top of it, as if all that wasn't bad enough, they also had the north end of Front Street blockaded, the south end of Front Street blockaded. I have witnessed
Why on God's green earth would they have the exits to flee, run for your life, drive your car out of there for your life, blockaded? What are you, just trying to keep them inside the fire zone? Blockaded? Who gave these orders?
Testimony that the north end was blockaded. Listen to Ed Cheney. Watch the video by Herzog. Google right now, Herzog, Maui escape video. He shows him walk.
There, I guess there's a guy, Herzog, Maui escape video. Watch that. He's probably right there trying to escape, and you could see the interference that was being run to try to keep these people in the fire death zone, and they died in their cars.
It's the most harrowing video you'll ever see. Shows him walking out of the north end of Front Street, and traffic is blocked. They're directing traffic north. Why aren't the southbound lanes wide open so everybody can go north? No, it was blockaded. I talked to Lonnie yesterday. Watch her video. She was coming out of Puamana, which is a 20-acre townhome community.
If that's me, and there's a knucklehead Joe Blow police officer going, no, you can't go. Yeah, I'm going. What, are you going to follow me and give me a ticket? I'm going. I'm putting the pedal to the metal. I'm going. Sorry. Come follow me, and then everybody else, it'll be open, and everybody else can come through.
South end of Lahaina. To get on the highway from there, you go out the gate and you take an immediate right almost. You go right, boom, boom, you're gone, you're out of there. She tried to do that. She couldn't. There was a roadblock blocking going to the south. And then when she finally did escape, she was rerouted through Lahaina a few times. When she finally did escape, she had to go follow a truck through a blockade at that same exit point. And when she got out there was no other cars. There wasn't like a whole stream of cars going to the south.
One lady reported that a truck went through the blockade, and she just followed the truck. You know, just like in football, when one running back goes through and blocks, and then you come through. A truck said, "To hell with you, I'm going through." And the lady followed. Good thinking. I'm going through no matter what. If I got to get out of my car and run, I'm not going back into the death fire zone.
This is the perfect crime of destruction. There's no other answer. Everything.
Who we have to find out, if we ever will find out, who were the people in charge. Well, you see how the people that were supposed to be there all left. So coincidentally, they were all off the island at that time. All the people you would need in a crisis, gone. Wow, what timing, huh? Let's continue, my good people. Thank you for coming in here and supporting me. I got a small channel. I'm rising up. You know what? They're telling me you got to hit the like, share, and if you have a comment, because it'll get my video seen more in the algorithm and all that. I don't usually beg and do all that kind of stuff, but help me out. Let's get to 500. All right. I'm not a fancy big production thing. My lighting, look, but I could pull it off with your help. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends.
I've said is a fact. I can't prove it's a crime. I don't know it's a crime, but
It's a crime.
And how could all of those things happen? I have testimony that I've heard secondhand of firefighters. If you're a fighter, if you're a government official, if you are in the police department, if you are somebody that wants to come forward and tell your story, I believe that.
We need some whistleblowers out there. To come forward from the fire department, the police department, and said, who gave you those orders? Who was in command when all the other officials left the island? Just like anything, if you're leaving your post, there's somebody else to fill in. Number one, why did all of them just leave their important positions all at the same time, on the same day? And all these other events took place thereafter. I'm versed in probability and statistics and math and everything else. I got a little brain damage, but I could still tell you common sense. You guys would know it too, anybody. The probabilities of all of that. So stick your conspiracy theories and say and you brush it off, because we know who you people are. You're on the side of the evildoers. If you don't have eyes to see facts and recognize facts, and you just brush off facts willy-nilly to just say, oh, that's the conspiracy, you're part of the problem. Just like here in the mainland, America, and how America is being destroyed. And look at the microcosm, the epicenter of Hawaii. It's proof. So you had all these events which were communicated, and for them to all happen at the same time on a given day. I don't know about lasers that came down and all of that. I don't know about an energy source that lit up the island. I don't know about Star Wars and laser beams and all that. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. Anything's possible in today's America. These evildoers that are out there will go at anything. Something is wrong in Berlin here, and many people died. And there's 2,400 children unaccounted for. What is going on here? They're still not sending any of the survivors emergency text messages 2 weeks later for any kind of update, knowledge. Where do we go from here? It's just sitting dead on the. It's just sitting dead. But you know what? All we can do is sit back and see what the government is going to do in the future, what the government moves are in the future, and then we could connect more dots to say, oh, the government's doing this now, and then things will start making more sense as to why all these things happened at the same time, because then the government's motives will be exposed. Let's continue.
It's very important right now because it's just like in any bad situation. If you're willing to come forward now, then later on, you're not going to go down with the ship. I don't know who's going to be accountable. I don't know who's going to be shown grossly negligent. I don't know what's going to happen. But if you have a story to tell, if you need to get it off your chest, if you just need to vent, you're welcome to come over to my home.
Well, of course, there was people, firemen and police officers and everything else that were just probably thinking, this is wrong. This is wrong. What's going on? They're all going to burn there. Well, listen, Tom, you got to blockade. You got to block the north exit and the south exit. Well, wait a minute, sir, Commander, police commander. Wait a minute. No, they're gonna burn in there. Who? They had to be thinking that that's a bad idea. Oh, geez, the place is burning down. Get the hell out any way you can. You go to get out, and there's roadblocks.
And speak freely. It doesn't have to be live. It can be pre-recorded. Whatever you want to say to the world is waiting to hear.
There won't be any.
It has anything to do with children. We need to hear what's going on with the children. If you don't do anything for this video, do it for the children. We still need to hear an update about the children. There's a lot of channels that are talking about a lot of things that I can't verify by facts. I could go on and on. I could list like 25 things that would be sensationalized or interesting, but I'm going by what I've heard from eyewitnesses.
He's an honest guy. There's a lot of other things that are going on and everything else, but he's truly honest, and he's a Christian, and he's truly honest. But what he is stating are facts, and he's not going to go. And he's not going to go. Look into these other types of things that are people that are saying that could be true, or they could just be speculation. So I give this guy credit, because it would just be easy to jump in and say, well, this happened and that happened and this. But this guy just came out with facts. All right. Facts.
I'm going by what I've heard the officials say. I would listen to all of their official announcements so I know what their narrative is. I am trying to only present the facts as I see them so we can react accordingly. All the theories, I'm not even trying to blame this on anybody. I'm just saying there's clearly...
You know what one of the officials said? Brace yourselves. Hey, Dapper the Rapper. Good morning, new guy here. This guy came out and said, if we had to do it over again, we'd do it the same way. Some official said, some busted up, I don't want to swear, but, I got to keep Jesus next to me just to remind me that I'm a sinner, and I gotta mind my neck. One of these scum pieces of shit came out and said, we'd do everything the same if it happened again. Really? And let everybody burn? You closed all the exits. You closed all the exits up. Who gave these people those orders? The EMS person was gone. The commander of emergency personnel was gone. The governor was gone. It's like, hey, Herb, listen, all this shit is about to go down over there. Let's get out of Dodge. Let's run for the hills. All this stuff. Oh, geez, that sounds like a conspiracy theory and all that. Think, people, think. Don't be robots. Don't be robots. The dumbing down of America. I wrote a paper on it at the university 30 years ago. And I saw it. And And, it was like, oh, the professor said, oh, interesting, Joe, very interesting and everything else. And I said to this professor, who's a robot, I said, you know what? That can't, maybe 10 years, 20 years, that might not be a far-fetched thing. Because then you got information, you got news, you got all these other vehicles that people rely on and depend on, and they watch bullshit on TV and they accept it. They accept it because they can't think for themselves. That's the other person's job to think for me. Really? The house is burning down and you're sitting in the middle of it and you're like looking over and saying, should I leave? Should I leave, Bill? Getting a little hot in here. Nah, you sit there. You sit there and burn. I don't know what the hell is going on in America. Forget about Democrats, Republicans, and everything else. We're Americans. We're Americans. They're dividing everybody. They're trying to divide whites and blacks. And listen, I do stuff on white and black and everything else. And the asinine people say, oh, it sounds racist. No, they're the racists. Excuse me. You know how those freaking rednecks will go to a bar? You know how those these people that claim to be for the underdog minorities and everything else, and they come out and they're those fat white women or fat black women or whoever the hell they are with all that promoting all this bullshit. And then they come out with a facade, and just like these people and like these dudes that they come out and they're spitting this righteous stuff, this oh yeah, and they're making themselves look like this. And then when nobody's looking and they're doing a shot of whiskey with their buddy at the bar, they're going, yeah, that fucking nigger and all this and that. You people got to start waking up, folks. You got to wake up. I do different videos. I did some videos. It's not white versus black. If you believe it's white versus black, you took the bait. You took the bait. Peel a layer back. Peel through the layers. What they're doing. And this example of misinformation, bait and switch, and everything else that's going on. I mean, what's the answer, Truth Serum? What's the answer? I don't know. All I know is we should pay attention to what's going on. But with that being said, the rapper, Dapper the Rapper, that's a good name. Thank you for joining me. And I'm a little crazy, the rapper. I get a little off. I don't like to swear. I've been censored many times. I've been kicked off. They stopped my ticker because I'm not a candy ass that's not going to speak my point. I will risk speaking my point for what I believe in and most Americans believe in at the risk of being censored. I'm not going to go down like a punk and say, well, you better do this and better do that and better do that. Whatever happens, happens. I'm throwing. If you put me in a straitjacket, then I can't fight anymore. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm throwing. That's all there is to it. So I do believe that there's a lot of people out there that have these same beliefs. But we still need to enjoy our day. There's things that we have to pay attention to. It's a very critical stage in America. This day we're living in today, and these elections that are coming up. And I'll tell you one thing, if a certain somebody wins the next election, ooh, you think you think it's bad now? If a certain someone gets elected, got the same name as me, JB, Joe. But I'm Joe and the Truth Serum. That Joe Don't even know what day it is. Forgive me, God, because he's a senior citizen. He's losing his faculties. So put all that stuff aside. It's an old man that's senile, and I should be more compassionate. But I still gotta speak my mind. I still gotta speak my mind. And it's gonna be a rodeo. It is gonna be a rodeo. In New York State, I just saw maybe another video, but Maui. Next year's gonna be wild. Next year's gonna be wild. I'll tell you one thing: if they're not prosecuting any crimes next year, I don't want to get censored, but the homeboy is getting jacked up on opiates. They put a stick in his ass to prop him up. Dapper the Rapper. You with me? You with me? They asked Joe Biden. Joe Biden was riding a bike like, Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz. Dorothy, maybe I'm dating myself. Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz. She was riding. There was a tornado. Toto. Joe Biden was riding a bike like Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz. They said, "Hey, Joe, what's going on in Maui, Hawaii? It's all burning down. There's nobody there for any help." He said, "Well, we're going to look into that. You're out riding around like you're in Disneyland. You ain't been in the White House since you got elected. And we're going to look into that. Look into it. It's burning down. Get some emergency people over there." This is America. This isn't Nicaragua. This isn't third world countries. Now Donald Trump, mugshot, man. Before he got elected, they were tearing him up. And they won't be able to do the trial, one of the federal trials, to 2026. So they're trying to do a speedy trial, but sorry, but there's crooked judges that might, but they won't be able to get a speedy trial for Donald Trump. So he will be running. Newsflash. Sorry, Herb, and all you haters out there that don't want to better America. And then they always want to make the blacks. The blacks are starting to realize that they're being used as like, that's the way all blacks think. No, there's a lot of black support for Donald Trump. They're just trying to turn. Joe Biden is the racist. Check his papers going back to the 60s and 70s. They try to confuse you. They try to distract you. While they distract you, when you're distracted, you're confused. You can't make sound decisions. You can't perceive things clearly. And they're railroading. Now, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an American. Because I'm not going to be so shallow to just say, well, I'm Democrat and I just got to go with these boys. Or I'm a Republican and no matter what they say, I got to agree with it. I'm Democrat. No matter what they say, I got to agree with it. Really? I'm the guy that sits there and just says, look, this is what was going on when Donald Trump was president. And this is what was going on when Joe Biden was president. What's so hard about that? What's so hard about that? And then you see on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne and all them, they had Vivek Ramaswamy that might be running for president. And he was putting them in diapers. And they couldn't respond. They all turn it into just willy-nilly garbage. And when somebody confronts them with concrete, viable, legitimate, relevant facts, they sit there and throw some stupid bullshit out that knuckleheads buy, and they're missing the whole point. Well, let's look at America. I'm not going to go into those rabbit holes, but let's look at America before Biden. There was a president, whether it was Charlie Brown, Joe Namath, James Brown, whoever this president was, which was named Donald Trump, this man got off. He went in and he straightened things out domestically, internationally, to make America great. How? Hi, Kimmy. I got new people in here. This is the biggest, smallest channel, but I'm rising up. I've been censored. And I swear, I shouldn't swear. I used to do the daily devotions and everything, but it's a turnoff. We're all sinners, but I don't know if there's a heaven. I'm trying to get a ticket. Sign me up somehow. I got to say forgiveness. But so the thing about like they try to blur. Now, is America, do these evildoers actually think that America is that stupid? Now, if you voted for Joe Biden, I don't want to insult you or anything like that, because, people have a right to do what they do. I get a little animated here, and I don't want to motherfuck you, and I don't want to insult you. But most of the people that voted are in a lower demographic of financial income. And they're the ones that are being affected most by the cost of living jacked up. So most of those people, I'm not saying that there's not a higher income bracket of people that voted, but there is a majority that are in the low income level. Whites, blacks, Puerto Ricans, etc., that voted for Joe Biden. You're the ones that are struggling the most. So while you're rah-rah-rahing for Joe Biden running our country into the ground, you're being affected by it. What? You're still his cheerleader. You're still cheering for the guy. Well, if somebody was beating the shit out of me, and I'm trying to bob and weave, somebody's whooping my ass, and I'm trying to duck, and then I'm saying, come on, hit me harder. Come on, here. How about I don't even bob and weave? How about I just sit there? Okay, is that as hard as you can hit? Oh, hit me harder. Oh, bread went up another $1. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, come on, hit me harder. Hit me until gas is $10 a gallon. What are these fucking people, retards? Forgive me. Jeez, shit, I can't. That's me. Uncensored. They censor me, but I go down swinging. If they want to keep attacking me because my political views aren't running in line with YouTube, then that's it. I go down swinging. Like if there's a bully, when you go down the street and every day he's intimidating you and everything else, and you walk by and you're just like, geez, I can't get rid of this guy. You know what, bully? You gotta whoop me every day. Every day I walk by you, you're gonna have to whoop me every day. I'm not crossing the street. You're gonna have to whoop me every day. And if I ever get you down on the ground, so that's how I was raised. Stick up for yourself. Have eyes to see and ears to hear. And we want a better world. We want to have a good country and love and compassion and prosperity and good times. People can't make ends meet. And we're not going to get into the immigrants. Another 100,000 went to New York City. They have nowhere to go. And now Hochul just said, we're pulling the plug. I can't stand her, but she finally had to come to her senses and go, hey, whoa. What is hidden in darkness will be sooner or later exposed by the light. Okay? You know, you could have a room. You could have a room. You could have a dark room. You could have a dark room. And if you bring a little light into that dark room, it will illuminate. It just takes a little light, a little positivity to ignite it all. But you can't bring a little you can't bring darkness into a bright room and make it dark. You can't bring a little darkness in a bright room and make it dark. You could bring a little light into a dark room and make it lighter. So we got to stay positive. We still need to go out and have fun, laugh with our family and friends, try to rise up our quality of life and everything else. Yeah, this stuff pisses me off, but when I'm off camera, I go out, I enjoy, I laugh and everything else because it'll get you twisted. It'll get your mind twisted. So in Maui, I don't know what's going to happen down the road, how much is going to be exposed. I don't think there's going to be any whistleblowers because whistleblowers end up missing, or they end up missing before they're able to blow the whistle. So, I did a lot of mob stories years ago. I was rolling around doing stupid things. Those are the other videos. I'm not doing any more mob stories. I'm not doing it anymore. I got a lot of videos on there. It's not right, just for the sake of getting subs on a social media channel and glorifying that for whatever value and of its content, to try to, and I ain't trying to glorify. I wasn't a killer. I wasn't a killer. I wasn't in the fraternity, but that's not the way to go. No, I'm not going to be defined the truth serum as like, oh yeah, he tells all those mob stories from the, no. I'm reinventing myself. I'm reinventing. I got Kimmy and I got Dapper the Rapper. I'm reinventing myself here. It's never too late. Don't give up, folks. Whatever situation you are, you could crawl out of it. Keep swinging. Keep swinging. That's all. The world is a vampire. It wants your blood. It'll beat the crap out of you. But stay balanced. Stay in a good psychological mindset, and you can do it. You can do it. Rise up. It's hard. It's time. At times, it's hard. But we can get there. Mental health is running rapid. Issues, maladaptive behaviors are gone wild. Depression's gone wild. Drug addiction's gone wild. But stay focused. You can rise up. You can get your life together, and you can prosper. With love and compassion is what keeps the world together, is the glue. I don't know. Jesus. He says, love your enemies. Whoa. Jesus. Love your enemies. Okay. I'm going to try. Forgive them, for they do not know. Forgive me, folks, for I don't know. So, okay, if I'm an asshole, forgive me for that truth serum, just don't know. Well, it's supposed to be the truth serum, but he just don't know. So forgive me. So I'm a small channel and everything else. And I just want to let you know the fact, the small things account for me. Kimmy and Dapper the Rapper came in here, new people in here that were willing to come in and say hello. And give me confidence. Go ahead, Truth Serum. Go Truth Serum. Go Truth Serum. No. All right. So they gave, those are the victories that I like. Those are the victories. That's hard. Those are affairs of the heart. That's hard. Does anybody have a heart left out there in the damn world? Comment in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, do 2 backflips, do a somersault, and then buy my book. Where's my book? Prices are going up over here. I need to sell my book. I don't even promote it. Well, perhaps another time. So, Hawaii, God, please do something for the people that are being affected in Hawaii. I don't know what else to say, but I appreciate all your support, everybody. Let's get to 500. I fought hard to rise up. My channel was going right on up, and then they said, boom, I did a video. I did a political video, and they stopped me in my tracks. They smashed me. I got a standing 8 count. The bell rang. The cornermen, they fixed me up. I came back out. I came back out in the 3rd round. So I'm still out there now. But I took a standing 8 count when I did a political video, and they stopped me. I've been censored so many times that I don't know. But I appreciate YouTube providing a forum of social media to let me do what I do. At the end of the day, they are providing me this possibility. So thank you, everybody. Football season is in the air, and you get that feeling. If anybody out there feels like that, football's in the air, and that'll be nice. There's still summer left. Let's not say goodbye to summer yet. It's still officially summer. So that's that. I'm psyched. Dapper the Rapper, man, he's got a good name. Dapper the Rapper. Are you really a rapper? I got material and demos from years ago when I was running around of good stuff, but they're CDs. There's no CD players out there anymore. So they're all hits, though. They're all hits. They're just in the vault. So, all right, folks, I've said enough here. Like, share, subscribe. If there's a link in there to buy the book, buy the book. I'm eating bologna sandwiches, all right? Can I have a steak? Somebody throw a steak down my throat. Help me out over here. I'm a soldier. So, help me out. Jeez. God bless you all. Stay strong, folks. And if you're going through things, you can do it. God bless you all. Kimmy, God bless you. Dapper the Rapper, God bless you all and your family and anybody that happenstances on this video. Stay strong, and we still have the ability to enjoy our day. So let's do that. There's things going on over here, but let's get out and enjoy our day. We still can rock and roll and do what we do. God bless you all. Thank you for helping me out and keeping me company. See you real soon. You know that.